Welcome back to Let's Play Tintin in Tibet. When we last left off, Tintin was dragging his friends along to Kathmandon't, spelt wrongly by the way, there's an H in Kathmandu. Nice going, Infogrames. But Tintin was dragging his friends off to Kathmandon't to try and find out what happened to Chang, who, as we learnt in the last part, was involved in a plane crash. Now, our first objective, if you can call it that, is to run all the way to the left here and talk to this man in the yellow fez, who will tell you to find his son. Now, when you get to the son, I am going to say that his sprite looks suspiciously like Chang. Lazy developer syndrome? Possibly. Now, there are two paths to this level, except that there aren't. It looks like there are two paths, but really, you only want to go on the bottom path. Because not only does the bottom path have less hazards, but at some point on the top path, you will come to a dead end. The only hazards on the bottom path, as opposed to the top path, are these pots that try and smash you when they swing into the foreground, and those occasional dudes with planks of wood. Whereas on the top half there's a lot of obstacles that are much harder to avoid. And this kid's the greatest guide ever. He says follow me, then runs off in the exact opposite direction that we just came in. Also, if you don't pick up that ball, you cannot complete the level. Another dick move on the part of Infogrames. If you've never played this game before, you wouldn't know to pick up the ball necessarily. Or maybe you would, because I believe it is in the instruction manual, but not everybody reads the instruction manual, so it's kind of arbitrary and unfair, in my opinion. I'm ranting. You're getting used to that when I'm playing a game. I tend to rant. You have to give kudos to Infogrames, though, for taking a scene that lasted a couple of moments in the cartoon and the book, and just turning it into a full-fledged level. They did this quite a few times throughout the game. Some are more obvious than others if you've read the book or seen the cartoon. Which, as I said, you should have. Tintin is awesome. Captain Haddock is more awesome, but Tintin is awesome. And you've also got to enjoy the music. This is the first level where the rather good musical score really becomes apparent. Although there are far better musical soundtracks throughout the game, this is pretty good. It sets the scene nicely. Also, I don't care how much I get hit because there's a 1-up there. 1-ups will completely refill your health. Oh, god damn it. Having said that, I then get hit. I always seem to get hit after I've got the 1-up. Oh, god damn. Anyway, run up to Snowy here. Talk to him. Well, go up to Snowy. You can't talk to a dog. And the level is over. That's why you need the ball. And that's a fantastic cutscene. That really tells me everything about the next level, doesn't it? Now, the first 3 stages were kind of easy as long as you were paying attention. This is where it can get kind of difficult. Now, first off, just run full pelt here until you come to the Chinaman, because you won't get damaged if you're running full speed. He looks kind of suspicious, but he's not actually a villain. He is in fact Chang's uncle, who tells us to look for a guy called Taki. Now, Taki is a kind of an important character in this story. He only appeared in Tintin in Tibet, and he may have been based off the real-life personality of Sherpa Tenzing. If you don't know who Sherpa Tenzing is, he's the guy that travelled to Everest with Sir Edmund Hillary. He's one of the first 2 people to set foot on Mount Everest. Taki only appeared in 1 story, but he has a rather pivotal role in this adventure. Now, let's talk hazards. As you can see, we've got more of Donkey Kong's finest coming at us. God damn. We've also got pots falling from the roofs, which are probably the thing that will most kill you if you're not paying attention. Because it's kind of tough to dodge them even when you're running at full speed. And there's also things that appear to be stilettos falling from the ceiling. They're actually supposed to be roof tiles, but they're brown and they're kind of curved, so they look like high heels. You want to bring this box with you to kind of make this next puzzle much easier. What you've got to do is talk to this little madam, who tells you that she's frightened to cross over, despite the fact that the water only comes up to Tintin's ankles. You can get through that, you little minx. You don't need me to do this arbitrary box puzzle. Except that you do, because if you don't do the puzzle and leave the little girl to her fate, Infogrames throws you another dick move, and Taki's sprite at the end of the level won't load. So guess what? If you don't help the girl, you can't beat the stage. Thanks, Infogrames. So, we build a bridge for this girl. I'd break into a Limp Bizkit solo, but you'd probably turn the video off straight away. And she tells us that Taki lives at the end of the street. Come on, you freaking barrel. Thank you. Also, you want to bring a box with you because... Whoa, that was close. That was very close. I thought I was dead for sure. Oh, I am now. I'm running out of time again. Honestly, I'm going to run out of time more times than any other time killing me here. Anyway, you want to bring the box to grab this golden apple. And then tank your way through this bit, get hit again. Duck, so you don't get killed. Grab another golden apple, and from here, just run and jump. Ow. Super speed running! Speed to Taki, and that's the end of the level. And also, you could have loved that dialogue between Tintin and Taki. Hey, are you Taki? Yes! As if you would say yes to somebody when they ask you what your name is. Not in that way, anyway. Not with an exclamation point at the end. Also, the password screen appears to be the Tibetan equivalent of gambling. So I guess that's pretty cool. And in this little cutscene, we see that Taki is truly the voice of reason. You know, Tintin's like, I need you to go with me to the plane crash to try and find Chang. And Taki's like, Chang is dead, leave it alone, boy. But Tintin, ever the voice of impetuousness, just won't have it. And for whatever reason, that leads us to this mountain stage. I have no idea why. As you can see, Tintin's sprite has changed. He's now sporting this awesome yellow hat. Who am I kidding? Awesome, he looks like a freaking golf caddy. Now there's an extra life all the way to the right here, which is why I didn't mind how many hits I took at the end of that stage. Now you might think the way to do it is to jump across the stones in turn, but no. If you do that, you'll fall to your death and die. Well, of course, if you fall to your death, you will die. And if you take another leap of faith here, you'll come across this Saddam Hussein lookalike in baggy trousers, who gives you a big hint to how to complete the level. Because these yak will be the bane of your existence in this level. They will take off 2 hits of damage instead of the usual 1. The rocks are kind of easy to avoid, but the yak are annoying as hell. And some yak won't even move. Pick up the grass, you fool. Thank you. Some of the yak won't even move until you drop some grass in their path, and then they'll stupidly come across to eat it. At which point, you jump over them and continue on your merry way. This is probably the hardest stage so far, and Infogrames are really not breaking us in gentle. I mean, Jesus, we're only 5 stages in, and already they've upped the difficulty to include enemies that kill you in 2 hits rather than 4. Now if you need it up here, just to show it off, there is a golden apple to replenish your health, but as you can see I'm actually playing pretty well since I got the 1-up. It may not matter here though, because here, there's a blind leap of faith and you die. Yes, there's a blind leap of faith and then you die. Be right back. Okay, as I was trying to explain earlier, the jumping here is kind of touchy. Ah, there we go, made it. And you want to be very careful on the buttons here, just to make sure that having made it, you don't then completely cock it up and die horribly by falling off the cliff again. Now what you want to do here is there's a kind of a puzzle to it, but you can cheap it out. As you can see, we have a yak, but what you do is place the grass here, run like hell. I've probably messed up, before the yak can return, and there you go. There's also a hidden health power if you need it, hidden in this rock. Now you're supposed to collapse the rock and then collect the health power up that way, but doing that you're stranded. So I think I'll just cheat the game out. And believe it or not, we're at the end of the mountain stage. Poor Snowy! And on that, I think we'll leave it there for now. So, thank you for watching part 2 of Let's Play Tintin in Tibet. I've been Rainiac. Join me next time. Bye for now.